Let me take two rational numbers, 3 by 8 and 5 by 8. If I ask you to find out three rational numbers between three rational numbers between these two numbers. So you have 2 to 3 types of questions or number expressions will be there. Children, please mute yourself. There's a lot of disturbance there. Please mute yourself or we will do it. So you have to check first the denominators of these two numbers, the two fractions given. If it is fraction, you have to check rational numbers. You have to check the denominator first. They both have same denominator here. Okay, so these are the steps. First thing, check the denominator. If they are same, here it is same. Okay, so what we do is, the second step will be, can we find out three rational numbers? I asked three rational numbers. So can you find out three integers between 3 and 5? Can you identify three integers between 3 and 5? We have only one integer, 4, and we need three numbers. So what we do is, since we cannot find out the three numbers, we are going to find out the denominator as a common number where we can find out three numbers. So just multiply by 10. This is the easiest way, by 10 by 10. So this number will reduce to 30 by 80 and this number will reduce to 50 by 80. Now you can find out 3 or more than that because between the two numbers 30 and 50. So compare these two numbers, numerators. Since the denominator is same, between 30 and 50 we can find out three numbers since the question is asked for 3. So any three numbers you can choose, 35 by 80, 42 by 80, 47 by 80. Any three numbers you can choose. They are between 30 and 50. So these rational numbers will be lying between 30 by 80 and 50 by 80. This is our answer. Three numbers. Okay, this is what you learned in 7th standard. Now, the second type of question or second type of numbers is, I'm giving 2 by 5 and 4 by 7. So, here again two rational numbers are given, 2 by 5 and 4 by 7. We have to find out three rational numbers between the given numbers. Now again, first step is check the denominator. Are they same in this case? No. How can we make it as same? Even if I multiply by 10 as I showed in the previous question, it will not give you the same denominator. So what we do is, we will go for LCM of 5 and 7. That is 35. Okay. So how to get both the fractions with the base or the denominator 35 is, multiply the first number by 7 on numerator as well as denominator. So this number will become 14 by 35. Second number 4 by 7 should be multiplied, so 4 by 7 should be multiplied by 5, so that we will get it as 20 by 35. Now consider the two rational numbers, 14 by 35 and 20 by 35. Can you find out three numbers between the numerator digits 14 and 20? Yes, we can find out. You can write 15 by 35, 16 by 35, 17 by 35. So these are the required numbers, rational numbers lying between the two given numbers 2 by 5 and 4 by 7. This is one method which you have learned already. Now, there is an alternate method I'm giving two numbers, 5 and 7. This is easy in case of whole numbers or integers. You are given two numbers, 5 and 7, and I have to write again two rational numbers between 5 and 7. Okay, so you can write 6. It's a rational number. That's right. But I need two numbers. So what I can do is 5, 6, 7. Now three numbers you have. Take 5 plus 6 by 2. That is average of the first two numbers. It's going to be 11 by 2. So you can say 5, 11 by 2, then 6, then 7. Suppose I need one more number between 5 and 7. You can take 6 plus 7 by 2. That is 13 by 2. So you can write 5, 11 by 2, 13 by 2, 7. Two numbers between the given rational. 6 is also there. So numbers between rational numbers. This is an alternate method. But since you are familiar with the first method which I explained, I think that will be easy for you to write any number of rational numbers between the given numbers. So let's go to the exercise now. Let us continue the exercise. Exercise 1.2. I think I did question number 3. Let me continue with the question number 4. Okay, that is find 10 rational numbers between minus 2 by 5 and 1 by 2. You need 10 rational numbers between the two given rational numbers. So as I told you, first you check whether the denominator same. Here 5 and 2 are the denominators. So we are going to make the denominator as same first. So let us find out what is the LCM of 5 and 2. That is 10. So when I make the LCM, the denominators are the LCM number, minus 2 into 2, 5 into 2, that comes as minus 4 by 10. Now 1 by 2 should be multiplied with 5. So this becomes 5 by 10. Now look at these two numbers. One is a negative number, the other one is a positive number. So minus 4 till plus 5, how many integers are there? That is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you cannot include, okay? Now how many we are getting? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. You are asked to write 10 numbers. 10 rational numbers you should write it. So we can do one thing. Either you write these 8 numbers with the denominator as 10, okay? Don't include minus 2 by 5 and 1 by 2, or minus 4 by 10 and 5 by 10. Do not include. So what we need is 2 more numbers we need it, right? So this is between minus 4 by 10 and 5 by 10, okay? So now you need 2 more numbers. So for that you have 2 easy ways. Either you take the average of minus 4 plus minus 3 by 10, take the average of this, okay? That is going to be minus 7 by 20. Similarly, take the average of 4 by 10 and 5 by 10. When I say average, it means sum divided by 2. So we get 9 by 20. Okay? So that we have got all the 10 numbers. That means, I repeat, the answer is going to be minus 7 by 20 minus 3 by 10, minus 2 by 10, minus 1 by 10, 0 by 10, 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 4 by 10, 9 by 20. So you have all the 10 rational numbers between the given numbers are there. I think it is clear, but I repeat the steps. So first, as I explained to you, the numbers you can find out after making the LCM same. Then in case you need more number of numbers, take the average of first two parts you calculated and last two parts, two numbers you calculated. So let us see the question once again, children. So we made the LCM first, we calculated. We made the given numbers with the same LCM number as denominator. Then we could find out only 8 numbers between. You can see the bracket, inside the bracket only 8 rational numbers are there. We are asked to write 2 more, that is 10. So I took the average of these two and then average of these two numbers. Okay, average means add the number, divide by 2. So second also added the last two fractions, divided by 2. Then we could get this as the answer, 10 rational numbers between the given fractions. Okay, now let's go to the next question, that is fifth sum, that is find 5 rational numbers. Five rational numbers between 2 by 3. The numbers are 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. Okay, so again look at the denominator. 3 and 5, they are not same number. So let us find out the LCM of the numbers. So LCM is going to be 50, right? Of 3 and 5 is 50. So 2 by 3 multiplied by 5, we get 10 by 15. 4 by 5 into 3, 3. So we get 12 by 50. Now, now the numbers are 10 by 15 and 12 by 50. We need to find out 5 rational numbers between them. Between 10 and 12, only 11 is an integer, isn't it? So we cannot find out 5. So the one way is, let us go for the average of the numbers. But only 1 or 2 numbers, when you find out, average is easy method. But when it is more than 2 to 3 numbers, let us make once again the denominator same by multiply by 10, so that we can find out enough number of numbers between the numerator digits. That is easy. We have 2 methods I said. Let's continue with making the same denominator or going for the average of the 2 numbers. But average may not be easy for all of you. So let me go to the method that we multiply once again by 10 here, so that is easy for all of you. So this number become 100 by 150, 120 by 150. Now you can find out easily 5 numbers, 5 integers between 100 and 120, isn't it? That is, you can choose any numbers as you like. 102 by 150, 110 by 150, 112 by 150. Any 5 numbers you write, okay? Any number which you like it, but it should be between 100 and 120 with the denominator 150. So now I have 5 rational numbers between 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. Now look at the question. I repeat the steps again. The rational numbers given to you are 2 by 3, 4 by 5. Since the denominators are different numbers, we calculated the LCM first and we made each rational number with the denominator 15. So we got the numbers as 10 by 15 and 12 by 15. Still we cannot find out 5 numbers between these two rational numbers as there is only one integer between 10 and 12. So to make it again and the common denominator, I multiplied by 10. It is not compulsory 10. You can multiply even with 2, even with 3. You get the same number. Both the numbers you multiply with 3. Any number you get the denominator same. But the easiest way is multiply by 10 so that nobody will make mistake in that. That is the reason I multiplied with the 10. You can multiply, for example, you have 10 by 15. Okay, you multiply by 2. You will get a 20 by 30. The other number 12 by 15 into 2. So you will get 14 by 30. If you can find out 5 numbers between 20 and 14 and 20, it's okay, fine. But I did multiplication with the 10 only because that's easy for everyone. Okay? So we got the 5 numbers between 100 and 120 with the same denominator. It ends up with the problem. Okay? So let's go to the next division. That is my second division is 5th question. Second division is minus 3 by 2 and 5 by 3. So again, the two numbers are different. You need to find out 5 rational numbers between them. So first find out LCM of 2 and 3, that is 6. So the numbers will be minus 9 by 6 and 10 by 6. Can you find out 5 numbers between minus 9 to 10 is? Definitely you can find out. You can write it as minus 8 by 6, minus 5 by 6, okay, 1 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6. Finish, that's enough. Okay. So you can, whenever you can find out, you write straight away. If not possible, once again go for a common multiple. So I hope you understood. 5th question, your homework. 5th question, 3rd division. Okay. Then 6th question, 7th question. These are your homework. You have 2 days, so you can slowly do it. Okay. Now let's go to the next chapter, that is, let's go to the next chapter, that is, the chapter is linear equation in one variable. Linear equation in one variable. That is your second chapter. Okay, linear equation in 2 variables. Sorry, in 1 variable. So now there are 3 important terms you have to understand from this. Is first word is linear. Now what is the meaning of linear? Next one is equation, then 1 variable. Okay, so what is the meaning of linear? You have already learned algebraic expressions in class 7. Linear means degree 1. Algebraic expression having degree 1 is known as linear expressions. Now equation, any expression having an equal to sign in it. So you can say even 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. It's an equation. Okay. Now, 1 variable means either x or y or z or any alphabet. Normally, the variables coming in the algebraic expression. So, when you combine all these terms together, you get linear equation in 1 variable. For example, x plus 2 is equal to 5. So look at this expression. First of all, the degree of the variable is 1 here, isn't it? Degree means how many times it is multiplied. So x is only once there, so degree is 1. This expression has an equal to sign in that, right? And there is only one variable. So this is an example of linear equation in one variable. I hope you get the meaning of linear equation in one variable. It's an algebraic expression having one variable in it whose degree is 1, and it is an equation. See, even this is an equation, but this is a numerical equation and this is an algebraic equation. That is the difference. Now, so when you take down as a note, you can just note down linear means expression having degree 1. Equation means equation having variables degree is 1. Now, let me take an equation. X plus 3 is equal to 5. Okay. So when there is one variable, you can find out one value of the variable x, value of a variable x, which is satisfying the equation. Now, what is the meaning of satisfying the equation means? This equation has two sides, LHS, you know the full form, left hand side, and RHS, the right hand side of whom? Of the equal to part. Okay. The equation has two sides, left hand side and right hand side of the equal to sign. Now, when I give a value to the variable, because 3 has a proper value, 5 has a proper value, they are all numbers. X, we do not know what is the value. If you find out or you give, suppose I am giving x as 0. See the example. So what happens to the LHS? That is x plus 3. This becomes 0 plus 3. Answer is 3. But your RHS is 5. Is 3 and 5 are equal? No. They are not equal. So we say it is not balanced. Both the sides should be balanced, then only we can say they are equal. So the value of x, okay, the value of x, we say satisfying the equation. Satisfying the equation. What is the meaning of satisfying? Both the sides should be equal. Satisfying the equation is, this is a short form of equation, okay, don't worry, is known as solution. So the meaning of solution means the value of x. It is always a real number. Okay, it's always a real number. Real number means it can be integer, it can be fraction or a rational number. Any number which is satisfying, any real number satisfying the equation is known as solution of the equation. So now how do we find out the equation of this particular expression which I took it? Okay. The easiest way you learn is, you have to bring this, we started even with the first chapter, bring 3 to this side. This is plus 3, right? This is plus. When you take the plus to the other side, it changes to minus. So, x is equal to 5 minus 3, that is x is equal to 2. So, this is the solution of the equation x plus 3 equal to 5. You can verify your result as LHS, you take it. Okay? This is x plus 2. What is the value I got? Sorry, x plus 3. What is the value I got for x is 2. Now let me give 2 plus 3. Answer is 5. Okay? Is this equal to the RHS? Yes. So you can say it is a solution. That means always left hand side and right hand side should be balanced or equal. Then only you can say it's a solution. So we learned two concepts today. One is what is the meaning of linear equation in one variable. The other one is how to get the solution of the linear equation in one variable. So let us start the exercise 2.1. Okay. 2.1, question number 1. You need to find the solution of the following equations. The first equation is given to you as x minus 2 is equal to 7. Okay. So please recollect all the transformations of the signs from left hand side to right hand side. I just revise it for you. When LHS to RHS you bring, okay, LHS to RHS. When you do the operations, Adi Atono. LHS to RHS, plus will change it to minus, minus will change it to plus, okay, multiplication will change it to division, division will change it to Samaya. So please remember this alone. We will continue the exercise. We will start the exercise next day because it's time up. Okay, so we'll start the exercise on Wednesday only. So please revise your first chapter. There may be a test on next week sometime. So please revise the chapter. We'll start the exercise Wednesday. Thank you, children.